How's it going, Chris? Yes, I am actually a teacher now, and oh my goodness, is it crazy? I thought I'd tell you the entire story of how I ended up getting this job. It's going to take a little while, so I'm having a Dr. Pepper with some of that high quality Costco vodka. Delicious. So at the end of last school year, the principal of the school gave me a call to see what I was doing because they needed a sub to come in for one of the science teachers who had to leave on some kind of a family emergency, I guess. And so I volunteered to come in. And I was in there and I didn't know how long I was going to be there. It was a very kind of touch and go, constant stress. Am I going to be here next week? Should I bother making plans for then? What do I do with the kids? I made it through basically the final quarter of the school year there. It was a really nice change of pace to go from being a substitute teacher where I didn't actually do much teaching to making lessons for kids, even though it wasn't in my normal subject area. I was trained as an English teacher. We're at the university that we went to, and I've only ever thought really about being an English teacher, even though Illinois gave me a certificate to be a science teacher at the middle school level, which is what I now am. But last Monday, the principal gave me another call, and he's like, "Hey, Gary, what are you doing?" And I looked at him like, I looked at him. I said, "I'm watching TV." He's like, "Okay, are you working at the beginning of the year?" I'm like, "No, I'm not doing anything. What's up?" He's like, "Well, the teacher didn't come back. She got another job at a different school. We need you to come in right now, just on a long-term sub basis." So I was a science teacher for at least one semester. And then once I got there, I found out that they wanted me to do it the whole year. But since my Washington certificate doesn't actually carry the middle level science certificate, I am getting what is called a conditional certificate. A conditional certificate is a certificate you can get somebody to teach a subject they are not certified to teach for a limited time, basically one school year, so that you can get any teacher who's capable into a position when you need one, so that way the kids don't have to suffer through a bunch of different teachers, which is just atrocious for education. Luckily, I have a middle level science certificate, just not in this state. So I'm beginning the paperwork to get that transferred out here, and there's a chance I might get hired on permanently in this job. Right now, it's just this year that I'm teaching science. It may extend into the future. I don't know. I actually spoke with the principal today after school, and he said, "Yeah, I consider this as like a year-long interview," which is just like, oh, gee, no fucking pressure there. Thanks. So that's what's going on in my world. On the plus side, the other science teachers at the school have already worked out the curriculum, so I don't have to worry about that. I just have to figure out exactly how I'm teaching the kids. And that's really not that hard to do. I have a good idea of what's going on. I can plan for the future, unlike the end of last school year where it's like, am I going to be here next week? I know I'm going to be here for a while at least, so that way I can plan out into the future. I know I'll be here in 2 weeks, in 2 months, and I can set up my lessons for that. And the nice thing is that our first unit that we're working on is actually chemistry, and I was actually studying for a minor in chemistry at Northern Illinois while trying to get my English certificate because I thought it would be very marketable to be able to teach English and science. So I'd have a liberal art and a hard science in there. The very funny thing is that I actually interviewed for a position at this school last year for a humanities position, which is what I would be teaching at a middle school level, and I didn't get the job because I didn't have the history certificate. So beginning of last month, beginning of August, I spent $155 on a history test to get my history certificate so I could be a humanities teacher, and I got it. Which now I'm putting the science certificate on my, or the science endorsement on my teaching certificate, which will allow me to teach history, English, and science. All I need is math and art, and I can teach middle school, all of it. So it's been a busy couple of weeks. It was a busy several months at the end of the last school year, and then I had to commute an hour one way over the summer to teach driver's ed in Seattle the whole time. It's been a rough little while for me, but on the plus side, I'm finally getting financially stable to the point where we can pay all of our bills completely every single time. And maybe if I get hired permanently in this job, I'll be able to go on a vacation next summer and come out to the Midwest and see you. And we could hopefully do another live show, which would be friggin' amazing. Until then, man, I hope you enjoy your little working vacation thing, whatever it is. Cheers, and I'll talk to you later.